Bungie just added a mode to an extraction shooter where no person shoots at you. Not a squad, not a solo, not a rook, not randoms who just peeked the door 2 seconds before you did. Just literally nobody. It's called Vault Breaker. It just went live. And for a game that's built its entire identity around the fear of losing loot to another runner, this is a strange move to make. So the question that I'm left asking isn't, is this mode just good? It's, why does this exist right now, and what is Bungie actually testing on us? Now, Vault Breaker drops you into the Cryo Archive on the Marathon ship, solo, duo, full crew, and strips out every enemy player. Instead, you're just fighting those UESC forces, cracking vault security systems, and if you go deep enough, you take on the compiler itself. It's roguelike in structure. You start with a sponsored kit, you push through a chain of vaults that get harder the further you go, and the further you get, you have to decide if you want to keep pushing for more or just get out. Progression carries between runs inside the mode, which is the part that I think really matters. You're not just farming the same fight over and over, you're getting stronger at a pace that the mode controls. You taking that vault data currency and upgrading your kit, or using it to unlock cryo-specific loot to use in your regular runs, is really the focus of this. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people arguing about that. You know, everything that you find inside the vault just stays there. Guns, armor, implants, mods, they're all left behind the moment you extract. That vault data, that's the only thing you can take out, and it upgrades your sponsored kit, or lets you buy gear from the Vault Breaker Armory. Bungie has done this because they don't want that Cryo Archive loot to just flood the economy, which we kind of saw at the beginning of Season 2 with Nightmarsh. But to have a little bit of stuff, you know, being able to pull some Cryo Archive exclusive, including the compiler's own weapon, is pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure you can only get one copy ever. So after you've gotten it and you've lost it, you gotta go back to getting it the hard way. And obviously, it's an experiment. This is not a permanent addition. It's going to run for 2 weeks through August 4th. Bungie has said specifically, this is just a test before that full PvE mode comes out in Season 3. I have no idea what that mode is. We haven't had any leaks or rumors about that. I don't know if I'm worried that it's, you know, so close to being released and they're just now testing the Vault Breaker stuff, but we're going to see. Also, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy marathon content and you don't want to see people just doom posting Steam charts, this is the place for you. I truly love marathon. I'm going to play it until the wheels come off. And if that's your thing, make sure you subscribe. Like the video too and hype it if you're on mobile. Now let's get back into it. So as a test mode, this is all fine. It does what a test mode is supposed to do. There's low commitment. It's got a contained scope. There's 2 weeks for them to gather data before anyone really commits real dev time to this mode. And what it isn't is immediately rewarding. Vault data upgrades a kit that you're going to stop using once the event ends. The armory gear is nice and cool for people that have never gotten it, but it's not like going to destroy the rest of the game for people. And I don't know if Season 3 is going to be on the Marathon ship and doing Cryo Archive, but if it comes back, and it's got things like unique skins and weapon skins and titles and something that says, like, I ran this mode and I have proof of doing the hardest PvE content. I think that changes a lot of this completely. I definitely think that there has to be some type of reward track. And I definitely think that it needs to move and change, adjust, and be unique on a half-season cadence, not a full one. I think that's how you get people to keep coming back. I think that's how you get people who are, you know, really into the PvP side of things to keep playing the mode and hopefully keep a healthy population. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not the person who is going to tell you whether Vault Breaker is objectively good because I'm not really who it's built for. I know Cryo Archive. I've gone through it enough. I beat the compiler. And I think that the mode's entire pitch right now is to learn the space without getting punished for it. So that doesn't really apply to me. But what I can do is say that I've taken friends in there who have never played Cryo and just run around and had them learn the map. And that's where the recommendation part of all this is easy. If you're brand new to Cryo or to Marathon, you've never touched, you know, that mode before, this is the moment for you. And this is my thinking. The Vault Breaker is one of the best on ramps Marathon has ever handed a new or lower level player because it removes the one variable that makes Cryo so brutal to learn, and that's other people. In fact, it removes that variable across a lot of the game. You get to walk around the map at your own pace. Only thing you gotta worry about is bots, and you're learning all these mechanics. And quite honestly, it's helping you learn the game as a whole. And honestly, it's smart because the difficulty ramps with you instead of just throwing you into the deep end immediately. However, Bungie has already told us where this is heading. That full PvE mode in Season 3 built on, I guess, whatever Vault Breaker is teaching them over these 2 weeks. I think the real test here isn't, the compiler and stuff like that. It's whether Bungie is going to actually listen to what happens in these 2 weeks, or whether Vault Breaker just ends up another experiment that kind of gets filed away and, that's it. So overall, worth your time? I think for a lot of people, yes, it absolutely is. And we'll see what happens with Season 3. I am very curious to see the direction of the PvE side of this game going forward. I do think that it's going to be important, more important than a lot of people think. The player count did spike with the release of Vault Breaker, and quite honestly, I did not really see that coming. I did not think it would be that big of a push. A mid-season PvE mode that's only around for like 2 weeks, that doesn't have like super crazy rewards. I just did not see it moving the needle that much, and I was pleasantly surprised. But that's going to do it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.